Welcome back, guys. Skimtastic Matt still here. We're still doing the Witchery mod. I seem to be getting quite a few views on it, so I'm going to keep running with it because you guys seem to like it. So guys, today we are looking into Brews. So guys, welcome back. This is part 4 of Skimtastic Matt Plays the Witchery mod. And today we are looking at Witch's Brews, which is going to be great fun, I'm sure of it. So guys, Witch's Brews. Well, you'll soon find out pretty handy when you start brewing that you require some ingredients that are quite hard to come by. Things like wool of bat, dog's tongue, creeper hearts, and the likes. And a way of sort of boosting your chances of getting these items, like the dog's tongue will come from killing wolves and so on and so forth, is to make a weapon, a dagger in fact, called Arfana. And it's made with 1 stick or so, 2 gold nuggets, an emerald, and a gold ingot. The gold nugget, ingot, emerald, stick. Exactly. And that will give you Arfana. And from what I can tell, it does give you a better chance of the cool drops that you need for your brews. Of course, it can also be enchanted, and you're looking for like a loot-in free. It is fantastic for it. Cool, guys. So you've made your Arfana, you've gone out and you've got a few basic ingredients. Next thing to make, guys, is the Witch's Kettle, because that's what we're going to be making our brews in. So we come over to the crafting table, and it is a standard Minecraft cauldron, 3-string in a triangle upside down, pointed upwards, whatever you call it, pyramid, 2 sticks, and in the center is an attuned stone. Now if you don't know how to make the attuned stone, guys, I did show you the recipe in the last episode. And that will give you the Witch's Kettle, which on its own does absolutely nothing. It still has to be within 14 to 16 blocks. No, less than that. So we're just going to put ours here. And yeah, so it does still need power drawing from the altar. And the things that the basic things you need for making this is just a fire and a kettle and a bucket of water. But we're going to make it a little bit more fancy than that. We're going to make a little pedestal for it. So I'm going to use a piece of netherrack, guys, for our heat source, which I'm going to light. And I'm going to place 2 cobblestone walls, and the Witch's Kettle I should be able to shift click onto the side of it. There you go. And that way you won't burn yourself on the fire. Cool. Then place the bucket of water inside the kettle. And there, guys, is the Witch's Kettle ready to use. And you can do lots of things with this. You can also use it to make infusions. I'm not going to look into infusions yet because they are a little bit more advanced and they do kill you, and you need to be more prepared for infusions. So guys, I'm going to cut the video here while I collect the ingredients I need, and we're going to make a brew. Welcome back. We're now ready to start doing brews. But are we? Because we do not know the recipes. So the first thing we need to do, guys, is make the book. And the book is called Brews and Infusions. And it's easily made. It's a book in the center, ink sac on the left, a feather on the right, a belladonna flower, which you would have seen us farm in episode 1, and the odor of purity at the bottom. Again, this is episode 2 from the Collecting Themes. And that will give you Brews and Infusions, the Witchery guide. And this is just like the other books, guys. It gives you all the basics you need to know, and it tells you all the recipes for the brews. But today, guys, we are going to be actually making the Brew of Vines. Simply because it's going to be one of the first ones you make. So we need vines, 1 vine, 1 red mushroom, 1 brown mushroom, 1 tongue of dog. So the tongue of dog, hopefully you would have picked up using Arfana, killing wolves. If not, guys, you should get out there and get it. Wheat is easy to get, and Reek of Misfortune again is, I believe, it comes from, yes, it comes from collecting the fumes of the alder sapling. Cool. So what you do then, guys, is you take each of the ingredients that you need. Oh, you also need, well, I totally forget, you also need to get yourself some glass bottles, guys, because that's what you're going to be keep putting your brews into. So what you do is you stand in front of the witch's kettle, and you, one by one, pressing the Q button, throw the ingredients into the kettle. And you'll know when it's done because green pixels like blobs will come shooting out. So this should be it, guys. And there you go. So when you get this sort of cascading green slimy pixel effect, you know, guys, that it has gone right. And it means that the brew is now ready to collect. So we will see how many we get. So there we go, guys. We got 3 brews of the vines. So let's give you some sort of an example of what it does. Cool, this is perfect. Right. You're at the base of a hill, there's a creeper coming or something chasing you, so you grab your brew of vines and you throw it at the wall. And instantly creates a vine ladder all the way up to the top of the wall, and it will keep going a few steps forward and then a few steps forward again, if there are any. So you see, guys, it can be a very useful trick. And it can get you out of trouble quite easily. And it's also quite cheap, really. Right then, guys. I hope you enjoyed making our vine brew. I did. And now we can mess around with it a little bit. But I will quickly give you guys a run through of the other brews you can make and show you their effects. I'll cut to that next. Next brew to try, which is from the book, is the Brew of Webs, and it will, when cast, create webs so it can be thrown at mobs, which encases them in webs. Guys, from the book is the Brew of Thorns, and whilst you may think this has anything to do with thorns, the enchantment, it doesn't. The Brew of Thorns, in fact, conjures up a cacti. And so if it's thrown at a mob, it will actually encase that mob in cactuses so that it causes them damage. Another cool one, guys, which is really good for if there's something like a creeper or some sort of mob following you. Called the Brew of Ink. And the Brew of Ink, I'm afraid, is really hard for me to show you guys, but it basically causes, oh, it's not too hard for me to show to you. It causes an area of blindness to whatever target that you hit. Guys, is the Brew of Sprouting. Now the Brew of Sprouting is something that is, it's a thrown brew which on contact creates a branch. Now it can be, no, that doesn't sound very good, but it can be used in really clever ways, and as in it can hit a vertical wall to make a bridge. It can also be ridden. So it's a good way of getting yourself out of trouble really quickly, or if you need to get up to a high spot really fast. And I think we're going to throw one at this pig. Okay, you can't throw it at the pig. We're going to throw it at the pig's feet. Okay? No, we're not. Damn that pig. Okay, but anyway, guys, that's an example of the Brew of Sprouting. The Brew of Erosion. And as you'd probably guessed, it erodes blocks. Not just that, but if it's thrown at a player who has armor and weapons, it will actually damage their armor and weapons. So it's quite a good thing to have. Good if you want to play around with your friends, destroy their houses and make them really pissed off. Brew of Reason. And that is quite simply, when thrown, will raise a undead minion that will attack anything that attacks you, I believe. I don't think they attack the person who raised them, but there's only one way to find out. No, they don't. See, I'm now in adventure mode and they're not attacking me. So there you go, guys, that's the Brew of Reason. Oh wow, I thought Magma Cube was just a guy with a mask on. Brew of the Grotesque. Now this is a brew that you drink yourself, and once you drink it, will cause mobs to stay away from you. They can't come any closer, it repels them away from you. So if you've got... I'm not sure if it would push creepers back far enough so they wouldn't explode, but basically it just keeps them at bay for whatever time it has. Oh, what have I got on my head? Oh, it's that... It also gives you a funny, weird looking head. That's cool. I like that. I want that as a hat. Cool, guys. Brew of Love. And as you can tell, we have a pen of cows. I think you know where this one is going. This one causes a splash damage area to cause animals, or villagers I assume, to breed. So there you go, guys. That is the Brew of Love. Brew of Frost, which I believe, again, is self-explanatory. It freezes things. It can also be made to make a wall of ice. Gives you a 3x3 pattern, centering out from where you've shot it. And the other cool thing it will do, guys, is it will also freeze mobs. So if we click on a mob, oops, if I can actually hit one. Okay, don't do it to creepers. But it should, there you go, encase that mob in a block of ice. So then they can't chase you anymore. Which I think is kind of handy. It's good for encasing mobs when you need that quick getaway or you just want to mess around. I'm assuming it will also work on other players and animals and whatever else you guys fancy just annoying. So I'm probably going to have to go into survival mode to show you, but it's called the Brew of the Depths. Right. Well, after drinking Brew of the Depths, you can breathe underwater. The only problem with that is you can no longer breathe on land. So it's also extremely dangerous. It's fine underwater, but as soon as you leave the water, you're in deep trouble. So again, guys, that is Brew of the Depths. It's really handy. It gives you approximately about nearly 5 minutes of time for you in which you can go underwater and do whatever you need to do. But the only problem is you're going to have to wait for that 5 minutes to run out before you can come back on land, or you're just going to die. Let's go back to create mode. Brew of Frog's Tongue. And this will actually pull mobs or animals towards you. I don't know what sort of practical uses they would have. Maybe if you had a creeper on the other side of a ravine and you wanted to pull him in, or you wanted to pull your mate off the edge of a building, or... I'm not sure. But there you go, guys. That's what it does. It pulls things towards you. A rather funny one. And it's the Brew of the Cursed Leaping. And that will cause a splash damage. Not even a damage. It causes a splash effect area where everything jumps in the sky. Then that has a bit of fall damage. Again, it's good for messing with your mates. And if you're on the floor when you throw it, you got thrown up in the air too. It's kind of funny in a way, but again, I don't see any practical uses for it other than playing tricks on people. Oh wow. Oh, there you go, I killed that spider with it. Oh, and the pig. So, if you had infinite of them, you probably could just keep this pig bouncing forever. Oh, there you go. And there you go, guys, that's the Brew of Curse Leaping. Is the Brew of Infection. And that will turn your standard, beautiful little villagers into ugly, green-headed, annoying, nasty zombies. Oop, I'm trying to deal with him. I don't want to deal with him. I want to turn him into a zombie. Oh, there you go. Just in time. So there you go, guys. That is the Brew of Infection. I believe this is the last brew, and that is the Brew of Bodega. And this will summon a pack of angry owls to attack the mob that you have clicked on. They're cute, aren't they? Cute little owlies. I believe you can attack them if you choose to. So there you go, guys. That is all of the brews and their effects that you can make in this game so far. Though I do believe the game has been updated since, and I haven't had a chance to update it yet, so there may be more. But on the current version which I have, that is the brews that you can make. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. The next one is going to be on circle magic, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you'll comment, share, like and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye bye.